In the last video, we went through how to go over the education section of the Game of Life. In this section, we'll be going over the occupation. Last section, I chose to go with the career of teacher, which required a bachelor's and a cost of $120,000. I went through and figured out what my monthly payment on the school loan would be. And I did forget to mention in the last video that if you choose to go with an occupation that only requires a high school diploma, then you can skip this section. You'll just write high school, $0, $0, $0. But that's only if you choose an occupation that only requires a high school education. Moving on to the occupation and income section, I determined that teachers from the handout get a yearly gross income of $58,030. So I'm going to take that number and write it down here, $58,030. Now, I don't get paid this all at once. I get paid twice a month. So I get a payment on the 1st and on the 15th. So that's if you do 2 payments per month times 12 months, that means you get 24 payments over the course of the year. That's where this 24 came from. So to determine the amount in each payment, I'm going to do $58,030 divided by 24. So I take my calculator, $58,030 divided by 24 gives me this amount. Now this is a decimal, so I'm going to need to round it to 2 decimal places because that's how many you have when you deal with dollars. So the third decimal is a 6, which is larger than 5. So I'm going to round this 1 up to a 2. So the amount I'm going to write down is $2,417.92. Now, I don't get to keep all this. The state and the government and healthcare take their cut out of my paycheck before I even see it. So I need to figure out how much they're going to take out. So state and local taxes, which we don't actually have to deal with in Texas, but for the purposes of this assignment you do, is going to be 5.5% of this paycheck. So I'm going to take this amount and multiply it by 5.5%. Now, since it's a percentage, I need to divide by 100 before I start multiplying. Otherwise, I'm going to figure out the number of pennies I get paid, not the number of dollars. So I'm going to do 5.5 divided by 100, which gives me an amount of 0.055. So now I'm going to take the $2,417.92 and multiply it by 0.055. So 2,417.92 times 0.055 means that state and local taxes is going to be 132.985. Again, I have more than 2 decimals, so I'm going to round. Third decimal point is a 5. 5 or higher means you round up, so this 8 is going to become a 9. So I'm going to write down 132.99. Now I need to figure out Social Security taxes. So that's going to be 6.2%. So I'm going to do 6.2 divided by 100 gives me 0.062. So that's what I'm going to multiply my paycheck number by. So I'm going to do 2,417.92 times 0.062. Again, I got more than just 2 decimals, so I'm going to have to do some rounding. So the third number is a 1. That means that I can leave the second number as a 1. So I'm going to do 149.91. Medicare takes out their share, so that's going to be 1.45, so same process. 1.45 divided by 100. Take that number, multiply it by my paycheck. So I'm going to do 2,417 times 0.0145. So that, again, more than 2 decimals, so I need to round. Third decimal is a 6. That means I round up, so the 4 is going to become a 5. So I'm going to write down 35.05. The last thing I need to calculate with the percentages is federal taxes. This is what you pay to the national government, which we do have to pay in Texas. So I'm going to do my paycheck times 18%. So I do 18 divided by 100 gives me 0.18. So 2,417.92 times 0.18 gives me $435. And to round this, the third number's a 5, so I round up, so it's 0.23. So I write 435.23. Now, your healthcare cost is determined at random. In real life, it's based off of how much coverage you get and how healthy you are, what age you are, what your occupation is. There's a lot that goes into it. But for this, we're just going to do it randomly. So I have my dice again. Again, if you do not have a dice and you did not get a dice roll during class, on Google Classroom, there is a link that you can use to go to a random number generator and figure out which of these numbers you need. So I'm going to roll, and I got a 3. So I'm going to circle that. That means my health care is $150. Now what I'm going to figure out is my total income withheld. That means how much they're taking out overall. So I'm going to take all of these numbers and add them together. So I take the calculator, 132.99 plus 149.91 plus 35.05 plus 435.23 plus 150 gives me a total withholding of $9,003.18. Or sorry, not 9,900. $903.18. So that's how much they're taking out of my check. Now I need to figure out how much am I actually getting after they take that out. This is just simple subtraction. I take my semi-monthly gross income, subtract the withholding, and that tells me how much I get to keep. So take the calculator, 2,417.92 minus 903.18 leaves me with $1,514.74. Now, this is actually relatively close to what I actually get paid. I think I might actually make a little bit more. So it might not be as far off as I thought. That concludes section 2 of the Game of Life. To see what to do in part 3 and the budget, look at the next video.